This car's just gone, innit?
Oh my god.
This car's gone.
I've got no words for that.
That right there, that's the exact moment. After everything, after months of work, after 1,000 problems that should have stopped this car dead, it finally did stop dead, not when we expected it. Not on the service, not during the build, right there on the runway. After one practice run, single fault code, not a single light on the dash. The car was perfect, and then it just wasn't. But before I get to that moment, you need to understand just how close we were. Because this wasn't a breakdown on the way to the runway. This wasn't a car that was struggling. This Bugatti Veyron drove 150 miles to that airfield without a single issue. And that, honestly, made what happened next so much worse. If you're new here, drop a subscribe right now, because this whole journey has been absolutely unreal, and it's not over yet. So let me take you back quickly, because a lot has happened on this Veyron, and I want you to feel the full weight of what this runway moment actually meant. We bought this Bugatti Veyron, a car that on paper is worth over £1.5 million. And from day one, it threw problem after problem at us. Coil packs misfiring, wrong oil in the front differential, which, by the way, is spelled out in German on the bottle, so I genuinely couldn't tell the difference. Gearbox accumulators failing, indicator fuses randomly blowing. We even had to make our own speed key because a genuine one from Bugatti is rumored to cost over $10,000 and they wouldn't give us a proper quote. And yet somehow, we fixed every single one of those things. New tires rated well beyond what most people would even consider safe for road use. Body panels back on. Fresh wrap. New wheels. And that dashboard? For the first time in this whole build, completely clean. No fault codes. Nothing. Zero.
And guess what? No TPMS light. We've got a fully clear dashboard.
I genuinely thought for the first time we were going to do this. 253 miles per hour in a car I rebuilt on a runway in the UK for my birthday. At this point, honestly, did you think it was actually going to happen? Let me know in the comments, because I genuinely believed it. So we arrive at Dunsfold runway, and the first thing I notice is it's wet. Of course it is. Of course, the one day we've booked a runway, it's wet. But we wait, and it starts clearing up. And here's where it gets interesting. The speed key, this thing that Bugatti makes sound like it's some mystical piece of technology, comes in a special box. Supposedly costs $10,000 we needed it to unlock top speed mode, which stops the rear wing from rising up and slowing the car down past a certain speed. What we found out after testing is that there's no transponder in that slot, no chip reader, no coding required. It's literally just a keyblade in a slot, a switch. And our replica key, the one that cost us basically nothing compared to what Bugatti would charge, worked perfectly.
Complete stop. Car must be stationary and car on. Get in! We've now unlocked the top speed mode with the Bugatti key. Wow.
And there it was, top speed mode, activated in a Bugatti Veyron. That I rebuilt from scratch, in my workshop. Right, now we just needed the runway to dry. And then, we were actually going to do this. Would you have got in that car and gone for it? Because honestly, helmet on, leather seats, heated everything, it's the most luxurious, terrifying thing I've ever experienced. So the runway starts to dry. I suit up well, I put a helmet on, which felt absolutely ridiculous inside a Bugatti. Like, this car has heated seats and a leather interior, and I'm sitting in it wearing a crash helmet like I'm about to do a lap of Le Mans. But you have to, don't you?
Right, everything, tyres are a bit cold. So the first run down the runway was just to gauge braking points and feel the car in. And everything was running smoothly.
So the first run was always just going to be a feel-out lap, gauge the braking, get the tyres up to temperature, see how the car responds. I've never gone over 170 miles per hour before in my life, and I wasn't going to just pin it immediately. And honestly, the first run felt incredible. Everything was smooth. The car was doing exactly what it was supposed to do. No fault codes, no warnings, no drama, just pure, controlled speed. I turned around at the end, lined up again, ready to actually push it. And that's when it happened. I need you to understand something. The car drove 150 miles to get to that runway. 150 miles without a single problem. We activated top speed mode, which for this car is not easy. We did a full practice run. Everything was working. And then, on the return lap, the slow lap, the lap where nothing should be able to go wrong, the car just died.
We've got an issue. For God's sake, somebody don't want us to do it. Something is seriously broken.
No fault codes, no warning lights, no strange sound beforehand. Nothing that gave us any indication that the car was about to just give up. It's not like when the gearbox was building weird pressure and we could see the accumulator numbers dropping on the scanner. This was different. This was sudden. This was nothing.
There was no faults on the dash. Nothing.
And I'm standing there on the runway thinking we drove this car 150 miles this morning. It was perfect. We activated top speed mode. It was perfect. We did a run. It was perfect. And now it won't even stay running.
This car's just gone, innit?
Oh my God.
This car's gone.
I've got no words for that. We've got here. We've tried this track for you.
Do you know what really got to me? It's not even the money. It's not even the time. It's the timing. Because you can handle a breakdown when you're expecting problems. You can handle it when a warning light comes on and you pull over and sort it. But when the car tells you everything is fine, and then it's not, that's a different kind of gutting. Have you ever had that happen? Something that was completely fine right up until the exact moment it wasn't. Because that's this Bugatti in a nutshell. We eventually diagnosed it. After the car refused to stay running, after it kept cutting out, we managed to get a fault code, one fault code, on everything in this car one.
Fuel pump control module, no signal or communication. Passive.
The fuel pump control module. The one thing we hadn't touched. The one thing that hadn't shown any signs of failure. The one thing that decided today of all days was the day it was going to give up. I genuinely laughed. Because what else do you do? And I'm going to be real with you here for a second. Because I think you deserve that. These cars, these old Bugatti Veyrons, they have an expiry date. And I think we might be living through it. The car sat for years before I got it. The mileage almost stopped completely after a certain point on the history report. And the more we drive it, the more things that have been sitting dormant just start waking up and failing.
It sounds like these cars are just very problematic.
I think they got an expiry date.
Yeah.
And I think it's around this sort of date because all
20 years old.
And I keep asking myself, is this car worth it? And honestly, right now, sitting on a runway in the middle of nowhere, watching the crew pack up, knowing we drove 3 hours to get here and we're driving 3 hours back having not done what we came to do, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But then, and this is the thing, we found a fuel pump control module. And the car started. And part of me thought, of course it did. Because that's what this car does. It breaks you down, and then it pulls you back in.
The good news is I found a fuel pump control module on eBay.
If this was your car, would you keep going? Or would you walk away at this point? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. So where does that leave us? We came here for 253 miles per hour. We got one practice run and a fuel pump failure. We're not done. We're not giving up. But we are going home without the top speed run. What I will say is this, we have the replacement module. We know exactly what failed. And I think, honestly, this car is so close to being ready. Like genuinely close. The kind of close where one part fixes everything. I thought that before. So take that with however much salt you want. The next video we either finally do this or something even more dramatic happens. And at this point, with this car, I genuinely cannot tell you which one it's going to be. If you want to see what happens next, subscribe, turn notifications on. Because when this Veyron finally gets back to that runway, you do not want to miss it. Drop a comment below, what do you reckon broke it? And do you think we're actually going to get the top speed run done next time? I'm going to go home, have a birthday, and figure out how to fix a Bugatti Veyron fuel pump control module over the weekend. See you in the next one.